There are multiple favorite parts for me. My that like kind of range from like not surface level in a superficial way, but like there are moments in this book where there are like these intense action scenes where you really get to see like Nesta like, come out and fight. And like I loved throwing her into those situations and seeing how she would react. Like my favorite like one of my favorite moments is this scene, and no spoilers, but the scene in this like really creepy bog. Um, and there's a creature in the bog, and Nesta encounters this creature, and I won't say more than that. But that scene flowed out of me. Like what's on the page is almost identical to what came out of me in that first draft, and that's very unusual for me. And I wrote that scene all like that like the sequence. It's more like a sequence of chapters, just in like one session. And like when I finished the last line, like it was this mic drop moment of like boom, like, and I just got so into that feeling of like I went on this emotional journey with Nesta in that scene of like going from terror and dread to like who is she, and like how like when she's in these terrible situations, what comes out like, and what emerges, and then like what emerged at the end was like that thing that made me go like yes.
It was
But
like
then
a
on the
mic drop moment, like
it
where you dropped
was
the mic,
it
except
was
you were probably tempted to drop your laptop and be like, yes, but then you can't do that because you just wrote like 20,000 words.
exactly, yeah, I was tempted to just like take my like iMac and like throw it on the ground and like but no, I get really into moments like that when I don't know, I like channel the characters, and it all plays out in my head in this really exciting way. But um like on a more like deeper emotional level, like one of my favorite things with writing about Nesta was just her overall journey from the person that she is at the beginning of the book, who is very broken, and angry and lashes out at other people and herself, and like that journey she goes on from that person and that dark place to where she winds up at the end of the book. And um, that journey was one of the favorites that I've ever written. And it's not easy for Nesta at all. She doesn't, get a pass for all her previous behavior. She has to confront it, and she has to work hard, um, every single day and moment to get to that person who she is by the end of the book. And who she is by the end of the book still isn't a perfect person by any means. She's still a work in progress. And I think her journey meant so much to me because like I've struggled with mental health, like for a good chunk of my life, but then especially in recent years. Um, and I had some pretty rough years recently that prompted me to start going into therapy and taking better care of myself, but also learning more about myself and my like anxiety and depression, and past traumas and all of that. And so even though none of what Nesta goes through is a direct reflection of anything I went through, I was just able to channel a lot of those feelings and almost walk on that journey with her. Like when I started writing this book, I was kind of still emerging from this very dark and difficult place that I myself had fallen into. And I kind of went on the journey with her. And so there's like this very deep connection that I have um, with Nesta and what she goes through. And I'm still a work in progress. Oops, sorry, my earphone just fell out. But I'm still a work in progress. And I with this book, like I never sit down, and think like, what's my message in this book? But this one I think does have this undercurrent message of like learning to love yourself and love other people, and that you are worthy of love. And so that whole journey for Nesta was like one of my favorites that I've ever written.